Now children, you all have gone through nucleus also, so you have an idea. I will quickly sum it up. Nucleus, as you see the structure, it has got a double membrane outside, which is known as nuclear membrane. Then you have, this membrane is not continuous, rather it has got nucleopores from where material can be transferred from inside to outside. Okay. Then you have got a nucleolus supposed to be associated with protein synthesis process. Then you have chromatin fibers. These are actually chromosomes, but till cell is not dividing, it remains jumbled up and uncountable, very thin and thread like, and that is why we call it as chromatin fiber. Now chromosomes are the ones that contain the genetic material. These chromatin fibers, once cell division begins, would be becoming shorter and thicker, and you will be able to even count them, and they represent chromosomes. Those shorter and countable thread like structures, thicker thread like structures will be called as chromosomes. Now these chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins, and these chromosomes are the ones that are carrying the genetic material. Now when you are studying this nucleus, you have to well imagine that there is a big cell where this nucleus is present with other organelle as well. So you will have this kind of a cell where you might have, other organelles such as mitochondria and other vacuoles and what all organelles come in your mind. So it is all there. This is the general cytoplasm. Okay. But there are cells such as cells of bacteria where you don't have this kind of structure. Rather, if you see a bacterial cell, you would simply have its nuclear content diffused in the center like this. So you won't have this particular nuclear membrane like thing. You will have it all diffused. You will not be able to target it or see it properly because it is diffused, and this is known as nucleoid. Okay. So the cells that carry membrane-less genetic material, those are known as prokaryotes, and this kind of nucleus where membrane is absent, it is known as a nucleoid. And of course, bacteria is one good example for that. So in bacteria, you have the genetic material being diffused like this, and that is why, and there is no membrane seen, no proper double membrane seen. So these are prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are the organisms which lack double membranous structure. So they will not show mitochondria, they will not show nucleus, proper nucleus. Anything that has got a double membrane structure will not be found associated with prokaryotes. They are beginners. Okay, and karyon is nucleus. So beginning of the nucleus, where only nucleoid was present, and slowly maybe evolution must have taken place, and then keeping in mind the function and the burden increasing on the nuclear content, it has been given a proper membrane, and that is how the proficiency of work also was gained by nucleus. That is, nucleus became better and evolved. Okay, that is why you study prokaryotes first and eukaryotes later. And that is why you are a eukaryote and bacteria is a prokaryote. So you can understand the difference itself.